Okay, Murali, welcome to today's class. Today we'll be seeing introduction to ABAP and fundamental concepts of ABAP like SAP. Maybe we'll see how to create a simple ABAP program. You already know, and also we'll recap. And after that, we will directly jump into how to create a different kinds of internal tables, work areas, and other stuffs. And the types of internal table and what is global structure, local structure, how to create a global structure, local structure, and how to fetch data from database table means simple select queries, and then we will move into for all entries means when we need to fetch data from either table and item table, which approach we have to follow, what are the best practices. Then once we are done with this, whatever the logic we will achieve inside this, right, we will achieve the same set of functionality inside a function module. So assume that function module, we will create a function module which will accept a customer number as an input and gives customer master data and customer company code information, maybe customer sales or related information also as a output. So that, right, yeah, once you create this function module, we will call this function module outside uh, in some program, SC38 program, so that you will understand how exactly the function module call will work and how the control will go to the function module, how it execute the logic, and when how it bring back the data, all those things. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Murali. Okay, let's start off. Okay. In order to create a simple program, we have to go to SC38 transaction code. Means say suppose GVM test 1. Click on create. In SC38, SC30 is a ABAP editor. As you can see over here, you can create a ABAP programs, includes other thing. If you see over here, source code, we can create variants of a program, we can create attributes, we can create documentation and text element. Over here, what I did, I entered the program name and clicked on create. As you already know, we can, as a developer, we can create a object with Y or Z because all other namespaces are reserved by SAP, correct? So I am creating with Z. If the program is not present, then it will give us pop-up. If it is already present, means it will tell that a program is already existed. So title is the mandatory stuff. You can give some title. Okay, my first program and type. If you see over here, you can create these many different types of program actually. Executable program, include module pool, function group, and so on. Okay. So each and every program is having its own importance. Generally, we'll create executable program, include program, module pool program or nothing but you might be aware of this thing, module pool programming, like say suppose you wanted to create your own custom screens, custom application. Earlier we were using module pool program, whereas now in Nestle they are not using because it is obsolete, because we have WebDin Pro. WebDin Pro is also almost obsolete now. Portal came after WebDin Pro. Portal is also kind of obsolete now. With HANA, everything is based on S4 HANA. Everything is application based. SAP will deliver all like a kind of application which can be used both in Fiori application, which can be used in desktop or else your mobile phone or tablet. For everything only develop once, it is automatically customized into all the screens automatically using that SAP UI file library. So like that, a function group we can create from here also. If you see over here, and a subroutine pool also we can create class pool like that. Now I will choose executable program. What is executable program? Executable program is nothing but you can execute this program independently, whereas include program, right, include program you cannot execute independently. It needs some main program to get executed. That I will show you. Okay. If you remember, right, in our current landscape, people, right, in expert routine or end routine, what we will do, we will create a include. Inside the include, we will write a logic, correct?
Yeah.
So include cannot execute by itself. If you execute a include, right, it will throw an error message like some attribute of a type I. It is included will be of type I, right? It will show some warning message. It can't execute. So it need main program. Main program is what in case of BW, in our case, it is a auto-generated transformation program, right? When you create a transformation, a program will get created automatically. So this include will be part of that. So as of now, we will see executable program. Then when modularization technique comes, right, we will see that. Then status, you can choose appropriate one, whether it is a SAP standard production program or customer production program or system program, anything. I say customer production program. The application you can choose as per your requirement. In case of BW, we will choose business information warehouse. This is data metadata. It won't affect your functionality or anything. It is just grouping at a higher level. That's it. Okay. So if it is your program is with respect to human resource, you can choose that. These are optional. Only type is a mandatory thing. Other than that, everything is optional. Maybe I'll do like this. Authorization group, if at all you wanted to maintain, you can maintain. Logical database, if at all you want to maintain. Selection screen, you can give the screen number. See, earlier actually, before ECC 6, right, 6.0, right? Earlier we were having a 4.6C, correct? SAP R3 4.63. 6C. That was not Unicode compatible. What is Unicode? Unicode is the standard followed at the word level, means I can say ASCII level, which will define the rules, and it covers almost all the language of the word. Okay, you can uh, using Unicode, right? You can represent any character of any language. It almost cover all the language characters. That's why you will maintain translation and all, right? If at all user is logging in a German language, if there is a German text, then it will display in Germany. Similarly, yeah, English is the default thing. Whereas in case of Saudi and all, right, they will prefer, means in UAE, United Arab Emirates, right, they prefer in their own language. Even in Chinese, they wanted to see the SAP screen, SAP text, everything in their language. So Unicode active check is active. By default, this will be checked. You can't remove also. If you remove also, SAP will give an error. Earlier, this was not there in old version. And editor lock. If you choose this checkbox, right, only you can edit. Only your user ID can edit this program. Nobody else can edit this program. So generally, we won't check this because it is not fair, right? Because if you go and leave, or else if you leave a company, I can't bring you back to edit the program, or else I can't enable that user ID, right? Never and ever check this editor lock.
Okay.
Click on save button. Very simple. You can save in a package. As of now, we will save in a local package. So your first program is ready. Uh, as part of these sessions, right, we will first see how to see the executable program. Have you ever created any SC38 program executable?
Yeah, I created only for small programs for testing initially
Okay, okay.
for my Martin project.
Okay, this is actually wonderful way we can learn ABAP. Okay, it is like any other programming language. You can learn ABAP programming in SC38 using executable program, because you can execute this program independently. There is no dependency, and you can check your logic whether your logic is working fine or what. Then end of the day, your logic matters. Whether you are writing ABAP code in your transformation or DTP selection or even BADI or BAPI, you need to understand and you need to write the logic. Everywhere it is internal table, work area, and some set of ABAP statements, correct? So this is the wonderful way. If you see in C programming, right, we'll use printf statement, right, to print some output to the user in the screen. Similarly, in Java, they will use string length something. Similarly, we will use something called write statement in SAP. Right? What it will do? It will hanging. Okay. Write statement. What it will do? It will print the value which is present in that write statement to the user. The statement is WRIT, right? The keyword.
Venu?
Yeah, Murli.
Hello?
Yeah, yeah, Murli. Tell me. Hello. Murli? Power gana. ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಹೋಯ್ತೇನಪ್ಪ? ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಹೋಗಿದೆ ನೋಡು. ಇದೆಯಾ? Hello, Murli. Hello.
Yeah, when
Yeah. Actually, the power went off, so I connected back this data card. I don't know. There is some problem actually. If I connect directly to the laptop, right, it will just after some time it will automatically show like reconnecting. That's why I always put to this thing, the power source. So sometimes if power goes, there
okay.
will be a problem. Sorry. So what I was explaining, right? So similar to other programming language, in order to print any simple output statement, you use write command. Write. Give anything inside a single quote. Welcome to SAP ABAP. And every program SAP statement has to end with period dot, otherwise it will give syntax error. So activate the program and execute it. Execute is F8 button. Yeah, whatever we have given, it is printing us the output, right? Welcome to SAP ABAP. So now it is a simple example, correct? Whatever you wanted, you can print the output. So we will proceed further and see how to display the content stored in a variable, how to declare a variable. To declare a variable in SAP, we will use data keyword. Data, I am declaring a variable which is of whose name is L_string, which is of type string. Okay, string is one of the data type. We'll see almost all the data types when we proceed further. If I specifically take these are the data types, this has to be used, we won't that won't be effective. We won't be able to learn means if I explain all the data types in a single shot, right? So that won't be effective. So we will go one by one. So this is the declaration. Once you declared, how you will initialize, you will just equate string equal to, you can just copy paste the same. This is how you will initialize the value. What we are doing, we are passing this hard coded value to L_string. So L_string we are printing now. Correct?
Yeah.
Why it is giving error? If you see, automatically system is giving the next available line as read. Why? Because this line is not ended with period. Now I added the period, that error went off. Now you can execute. So this is how we will see store a variable, how we will declare a string. Similarly, if at all you wanted to declare a any character, right? Char. See, can I declare a variable like this? Or else I have to use type and string or character, integer, something. If I check the syntax now, will it give error or it is okay to declare like that?
It will give error.
Okay, but system won't. This is because SAP will treat this particular declaration as a character. By default, character one length. This and this one are the same, and also you can specify as one. everything is one and the same. So what I will do now, I will also pass char is equal to L underscore. Okay. Now we will print string value just to show you the output. Char value. Here we will mention as char. See, it is showing as a only first character because it can hold only one character, right? And what I will do,
Okay.
I will take out this line, I will comment it, and I will declare this as, I will remove this one explicitly, whatever I have declared it. I'll remove this one, I will activate and I will execute. So again it is displaying only one character. So there is no difference in the syntax. All syntaxes are one and the same. Now I will remove this and activate execute. See, this is also by default it is creating a variable of type character and length 1, correct only.
Okay.
Similarly, if at all you wanted to create a variable which is of 2 characters, say suppose when you are declaring a variable which will hold a month, it will be of 2 character, right? So how you will declare? It is just like 2. Whatever the value specified in the small bracket, right, after variable name, that will be your length of the variable. See, if I execute this now, WE is coming 2 character. It can hold the 2 character of the above string, correct? See what I am doing, I declare a string variable which is initialized with this message. Then what I am doing, I declare a variable which is of type character of length 2. What I am doing, I am passing this value stored in this variable to this variable which is of length 2. So now if you do this, what is happening? So it will print all the message because it's a string. It can hold up to whatever the based on the system. It can hold up to 255 or if it is HANA, it is 1000 plus characters, and
Mm.
it can hold 2 characters. That's what we are able to see over here, correct?
Yeah.
This is a simple example. Similarly, we have let me create another example which will demonstrate concatenation statement. Have you ever come across concatenation statement, Murli?
Yeah, Venu. You
Yes.
combine two strings or something.
Yeah, two strings or something you can use.
Mm.
So create it as a demo executable program. Click on save local objects. See, in the BW, in most of the cases, actually, in the first class, I guess I covered a offset example. I guess this thing actually in BW, based on time, we have to derive cal month, cal year, all those things, right? In that case, what we will do, the system date will be stored in YYYYMMDD format, right?
Mm.
YYYYMMDD. From these, I have to derive month, year, date separately to the separate variable. So if you
Mm.
want to show you, write side dat, yeah, side datum is a variable which is system variable automatically populated at runtime. It will store system date. Okay, I'm just
Yeah.
printing side datum,
Mm.
value stored inside datum. See, if you see over here, it is printing current system data or whatever. Maybe they might have reset the server time. Current server timings it is showing, right? In this, I wanted to take out this year and populate it to some variable. Assume that in your end routine actually or export routine, from input we are getting posting date. From posting date, our target structure is having separate field called month, date, and year. So from one date field we have to derive and
Mm.
populate to 3 fields of my target. How we will do that? We will see in this example. Data, you declare separate variable. Day, which is of type 2 character, right?
Mm.
Type C, correct? Similarly, L underscore
Yeah.
month, is of type 2 character type C. Similarly, L underscore of type 4 type C. Correct? So now from this system date we have to derive value of month, year and date. I will just put as. See, one wonderful thing about write statement is we can see as and when the output also, right? So that we will see, we can able to make out what was the data at that particular stage. Whereas in case of our BW routine and all, we can't use this write statement because it won't be having any output screen and all, right? So all the logic remains same, only statement like this we will omit, that's it, we won't write because we have to populate data to our final target internal table, that's it. Correct? So day, what else, month, if you see over here how the offset will work, first, right, you have to read from 0th position and next 4 position is my year, right? So the syntax would be very simple, means these kind of things you will use generally more in most of the cases in BW. So L underscore y year equal to system is very slow. L underscore year equal to, we are deriving from side item. In case of BW, it might be like a source field hyphen some field name of the source. Correct? Side item plus 0 of 4. What does this mean? Start from 0th position of my side item variable and read next 4 position. This indicates. Okay. Start from 0th position, next 4 character. Similarly, for the month, side item, can you try?
Yeah, side item
Sorry.
plus 4,
Okay.
then 2.
Correct. What you are telling system? You are telling system that start from 4th position and read next 2 character. Similarly, per day, it will be like start from 6th position and next 2 character. Right? Now you can use write statement. Just check the syntax and activate. And to debug any program, any executable program or any standard program also, keep a breakpoint at wherever you wanted to start debugging. Okay. How you will keep a breakpoint? So you just this gray color ribbon is there, right? Place a cursor on whichever the line you wanted, or else come to this ribbon and click on the line which wherever you wanted to keep breakpoint. Say suppose I want to keep breakpoint at line number 21. Just clicked on that. See, session breakpoint was set. So if you click on the same breakpoint, it will get deleted again. Similarly, if at all you don't want to click over here, there is other two options provided by SAP. Place a cursor in whichever the line you wanted to keep a breakpoint. See, there are two things. One is session breakpoint, one is external breakpoint.
I know this session breakpoint. What is the external Venu?
The external breakpoint, see, I will click on that. You can see the message. Breakpoint was set for external debugging system wide for HANA user. This is the user ID and which is valid for next 2 hours. Okay. So if I log out of the system and log in after 1.5 hour also and execute the program, it will go to debugging mode. This breakpoint is valid for next 2 hours from that time stamp when I created it. Okay. Whereas session breakpoint, right? See, I will create two breakpoints. One at this position, one at this position. Okay. So I will execute this. I will exit from the system. I close the system. If I log in, session breakpoint is valid only for that particular session. Because we close the session, so session breakpoint is not at all valid now. Whereas external breakpoint, right, it will be there for next 2 hours. You can see now.
Okay.
See, it is there. The other breakpoint gone. This is the only difference.
Yeah.
And you execute wherever you got doubt, or else if at all you wanted to understand the programming, this is the best way to do that. And desktop tree. And I will explain you the other different windows of the debugger screen. See, there are couple of buttons over here. Single step F5, F6, F7, and F8. These are the commonly used function button in debugging during debugging. F5, F6 means what, right? F5 will execute the current statement if it is a single line. And F6 says suppose you are having a function module, you don't want to go inside a function module, you wanted to execute that function module and go to the next available statement in the main program. So in that case you will press F6. Okay. F7 what it will do, assume that by mistake you went inside a program. From this program we are calling one function module. While debugging, I went inside that function module. That function module might be having 1,000 lines of code. You wanted to go back to your card program, that is main program. Then you can press F7. F8 means it will go and stop at next available breakpoint. Okay. F5 and F6 both are same for this particular statement because this is a single line of statement. There is no statement which is present in this particular line, right? Only one statement is there. You press F5 or F6, it doesn't matter actually. And keep one more breakpoint. If you press F8 means it will go and stop at next available breakpoint.
Okay.
If you see, the values got populated already. Date is not yet populated. See, you can see values also. Side item of 6 of 2 is what? 24. So that's what we are going to see over here. This is the simple program which is having offset functionality. In the same program, we can use a concatenate statement also. Concatenate statement is what? Concatenate statement will concatenate values, right? Say suppose you wanted to concatenate some string, anything. Concatenate, say suppose US0101, maybe you can give variable also. US01 and followed by hyphen. Okay, I will give that. Concatenate US01 and I will do L here. These are the source data, means the input to your concatenate statement. You are telling system that concatenate this and this and store it in some variable. What I will do, I will declare one more variable called L underscore var type string. Okay. Now what I will do, the concatenate statement, I will concatenate into L underscore var, right? Now I will print the value stored in that var. Okay, what I will do, L underscore var. If you see the output, see US01 2015, you got it. You stored into some field of your result package or any of your work area. But assume that you wanted this value to be separated by space, correct? Concatenate statement also supports something called separated by space. All the literals of your this thing, right? Concatenate input, right? It will be separated by space. See, you can see US01 separated by space. Assume that you don't want a statement with separated by space. You wanted to separate with some character, some letter, character, or symbol, or anything. How you will do that? Just comment out this. Instead of separated by space, you can give separated by colon. Okay. Now, if you execute this, see separated by colon. So this is some the different syntaxes you have to refer, and as a best practice, right? In our case, you have to check for if size over c equal to 0, because this is what CQC team will look for. And if at all you wanted to check any, say, what exception or anything, means you can just press F1, and even they will show whether you have to check size over c value or what is size over c. It will get populated, right? So you can check that in your code. Just press F1 and see if there is any exception they have mentioned. If I go for move corresponding, right? Now actually we have to use move statement. If I use, hello Murli. Hello, Murli. Yeah. Yeah, that's how the concatenate statement will work. What I thought to show is like there is a move statement, right? Generally, whenever we use move statement, actually CQC team expect you to put the exceptions. So wherever you get a doubt, say suppose as a human being we can't remember all the exceptions, right? You just press F1 on that particular keyword, and you can easily able to get what are the exception which is present for that particular statement. You can just copy paste the same, no issues.
Okay.
If I use move statement, say suppose I will write something called move, press F1. If you drag down, move corresponding, go to move corresponding. I show maybe in some other statement I will show you. So whenever you use, right, if you get any doubt, if at all there is any exception, means you just press F1, it will show you is there any available exception for that particular statement. You just maintain that in try catch block, that's it. In our case, as a best practice, after concatenate statement we have to check for size of RC 0, put your success block inside that, that's it. So this is means in this program, if you can ask me what all we can still optimize as per our standards, correct? So you can replace this concatenate statement, whatever the hard coded value, with a constant. Here also you can replace with a constant, correct? These and all you can replace with a constant. So in the next example we will see that. So constant, how we will declare constant is very simple. Type constant C underscore, say suppose US01, which is of type BUKRS, yes, value US01. You can reuse that US01 over here. L underscore US01. Sorry, C underscore US01. Similarly, you can replace this with some other constant. This is how we will optimize the code over here. Okay. Just activate. Now, yesterday while creating a generic extractor, right, we created a global program in S11, right? Global structure in S11, no? In S11 transaction code, we created a global structure as an S11. Sorry, here data type. See, this is the global structure which we created, correct? So this can be used by any of the program in SAP because it is already present in your repository, global repository. If at all you wanted to create the structure locally, how you will create structure locally? Go to SE38. Create new program. So choose as executable program. Click on save. We use types keyword to what declare a local structure. How we will declare? I will show you. So types begin of, the syntax will be types followed by begin of, give you a structure name ty underscore kna1. You can give any name over here. It is not necessary that you have to start with ty. You can give any name. Okay, and it has to end with end of the structure name ty underscore kna1. Okay, between these you specify all the fields you wanted. Okay, kunnar type kna1 hyphen kunnr. Okay, similarly you want other field. In this case we are referring to kna1 table, whereas in your case we might refer to some active data table of some DSO in lookup table, right? Everything remains same, only your field name and the reference type will get changed. That's it. Okay, name one type kna1 name one. See how I am declaring, either you can give table name hyphen field name, okay, or else you can give directly data element name. Both are one and the same. Okay,
Okay.
I can
But
give.
that table we didn't use in this program. It will accept.
Yeah, you are just declaring, you are referring to that particular tables field. That's it. To declare this field, you are telling system that this field of type KNA1 tables, this field. That's it. We are not taking the data. We are just referring the structure. That's it. For a data declaration.
That is already in the dictionary, so it will allow.
Yes.
Correct?
Sorry. Come again.
Anyway, this table already is there in data dictionary, so we
Correct.
can use here. That
Yes.
is what, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Either you can give this component is nothing but your what a data element, or else you can use this also, structure name hyphen field name. Okay, or else you can use this one.
Okay.
You can use structure name or
Okay.
hyphen name one, or else you can directly use this one. Why it is recommended to use table name followed by this, right? Now actually if you see easily, you can make out in many of the cases. Actually in case of HANA, right, we were existing using in MySQL database. Now it is moved to HANA database, correct? So reference type of this data element, this is the table will be there, a standard table will be there, and field will be there. They might have changed the data type of that particular table. Maybe one or two scenario when I was there, I actually even we see in Nespresso or some other project actually. This will get changed actually in some cases actually. Okay, so instead of going for that, it is always recommended use a table name hyphen field name or structure name and field name, so that even if the component gets changed also, it won't affect our functionality. Correct?
Okay.
Okay, and land one and ORT01 type ORT01. So I am just showing you the different possibility. So this is available to all the program, whereas this is available only to my program. Okay, name one, name two, ORT01, name two also I will add, name two type KNA1, name two KTO KD type KNA1 KTO KD. So this structure and the structure which I created in S11, both are one and the same. Okay, the only difference is this is local structure, that is global structure. That's it. This is local to this particular program. I can't reuse this structure in any other program because it is local to this program. Whereas this structure, right, I can reuse in any of the program or BADI, BAP class or anywhere. Okay, so that's how we will declare a structure. How will declare a internal table and work area. Okay. To declare an internal table or work area or anything in SAP, means any variable, you have to use data keyword. So give the internal table name it underscore kna1 type standard table of ty underscore kna1. This structure remains same, means this syntax remains same wherever you go. Structure and internal table declaration, data followed by internal table name, type standard table of. If it is a sorted table, you will specify sorted table of, and then followed by your structure. Okay, first we will see standard table, then I will explain the difference between standard hashed and other table. So to declare a work area can hold only one record. Type ty underscore kna1. Okay, now check the syntax. Correct, syntax is correct. Now we declare the syntax. Now what we'll do, we'll fetch a data from kna1 table and populate to internal table. Okay, write a select statement. Select, maybe you can give these many fields. From kna1 table into it underscore kna1 up to 10 rows. So is my statement is correct, Murli? Have I missed anything? I am fetching around 10 records from my database table. Yeah, you have to specify table. Yes. Otherwise, you will get a syntax error. Okay. Now I am checking for size aberration also. So now what I have to do, print the value stored in this variable, means in the internal table. Print the value. So print means what? We can't print a single record, right? Say suppose to do some processing, what we have to do, SAP has given some statement called loop statement. Loop statement, how it will work? It will process record by record, correct? Assume that you are having a record in this format. Okay. This is internal table and this is work area. So first time when the loop is processing, right, it will copy this and it will move to this. Second time it will take out the content of the second row and move to work area and you can do processing. Third time it will take third record, move. Fourth, it will run till end of your record. It will find and process last record. So the syntax of loop is loop at, give your internal table name kna1 and into. If at all you are using work area, you have to use into. If at all you are using field symbol, you have to use assigning here. Instead of into, you have to use assigning. kna1. So now every time the loop will run and it will process, right? What we'll do, we'll print customer number. Customer number. Customer number will be stored in where? kna1-punnar, followed by what we will do, write some statement. We will give name. W underscore WA underscore KNA1 hyphen name 1. So what it will do, every time the loop will process corresponding records, customer number and name will be displayed. See, customer number, customer name, customer number, customer name, customer number, respective name is displaying, right? So this is how you will process. You unknowingly learning actually the ABAP reporting also. This is how actually this is called, right, the conventional ABAP report. Okay, the old report, conventional report. There is something called ALV report, that is also almost similar. You have to call some function module to
Line came
display output.
to
Sorry,
this generally when we do output only without line we got, right?
this one,
Line.
yeah, this is actually
This one.
all. This entire thing, whatever we are showing some data to the user using raise statement, that is the conventional report in ABAP. Okay.
Yeah.
If at all you are
Right.
going
But
for,
this
sorry,
I didn't get.
line,
We
how
got
we
one
are
line,
getting.
right?
Yeah. This is because, see,
Okay.
here we added one pipeline, right?
Got it. Got it.
So this is these kind of things will comes as part of your ABAP what conventional reporting. Okay, conventional reporting was very
Okay.
difficult. That's why SAP come up with something called ALV report. ALV report is what you have to call function module. You have to pass the table which is present in containing your final data. It will automatically format and give a nice display. That is called ALV report. Earlier, people were using conventional report. Nowadays, conventional report hardly people will use. You can just exit. See, now one more line came. So formatting was very difficult in case of what conventional report. If you see, I will add one more pipeline over here, but since it's the end of the line, right, the line will come more, sometimes, see, in this case it is coming exactly at the same place. Sometimes it may come here, sometimes it may come here. So in that case it is very difficult for you to what format. That's why we came up with something called ALV report. Okay, so this is a simple example, correct? We created in a program, we populated data to it underscore kn1. So instead of these, I will comment out this part, and while declaring data element, right? Okay, what I will do, I will comment out this entire piece of code. Okay, instead of these, for internal table and work area declaration, right, I will use my global structure. I wanted to show you there is no difference by using global structure or local structure. See, there is no difference, right? This is local to the program, that is global. I can reuse this in any other program also, correct?
Okay.
Okay. Now it is a simple program. Assume that for the same program, what I will do, I'll copy this program to program number 4. Copy, change the program. What we will do, right? Now we have only one select statement. Assume that along with company code information, I want to populate a customers company code related information. This is general data. I want a company code data also. Based on whatever data I got over here, I have to pull data from KNB1 table. How you will achieve that? Okay, you got the requirement now, Murli.
Yeah.
Yeah, for that what we have to do, first we have to declare a structure, right? Declare a structure for code data. Again, this is begin of types, begin of ty underscore knb1 and kunna type knb1 nr. Similarly, bookers type knb1 bukrs and end of ty underscore knb1. Okay, now you declared one structure also. We will declare internal table for that. So we declare one more structure and we declare internal table and work area. So now what we have to do, KNA1 table is the main table, and based on that we have to fetch data from KNB1 table, right? So we have to write a select statement. Select what all field you wanted to select, Kunnar and name one, sorry, Kunnar and Bookers, BUKRS, from KNB1 into table IT underscore KNB1. Can I write something like up to 10 rows?
Mm.
See, is this statement is correct? Can I use some other statement?
Mm.
This is the main table, this is the child table, I can say.
Okay.
So you can use this, but this is not the best approach. Why? You can ask me why. This is because, see, first we are fetching around 10 record from my customer master data table. For only those
Mm.
10 customer, I need to fetch my data from KNB1 table. I don't want any other data, correct? In that case, there is a necessity to go for all entry statement. See, I need only those customers company code information which is present in this particular internal table, right? Even if I fetch
Mm.
other data also, it is of no use for me. Correct?
Correct.
Yeah. In that case, for all entries in, the syntax is everything remains same. You have to just specify for all entries in, give it underscore KNA1, where you have to give the matching condition. Kunnar Kunnar of this particular table, KNB1 table, you are equating with IT underscore KNA1 hyphen Kunnar. So you are telling system that fetch only those Kunnar information along with bookers where Kunnar, for only those Kunnar present in your IT underscore KNA1. That's it. So you are filtering the data effectively. So you are not pulling all the junk data. You are getting my point, Murli?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Once it is done, right? And also the one most the uh, prerequisite before you use for all entries, right? You have to check whether this particular internal table is initial or what, not initial. Means if it is having some record, then only it has to go and execute this. Otherwise, what happens, right? It will pull all the data. Assume that there is no record in KN1 table. If you write this statement, right? Instead of pulling zero record, it will pull all the records present in your KN1 table. Ideally, in this case, we are checking for size sub RC, but fine. Otherwise, what we also can do, we can check if not of IT underscore KNA1.
Size of RC is there, no need to check now. At least one record will
One record will be
say.
there. That's what I said actually. It I said both are one and the same almost, because size sub RC will tell us that whether the previous statement is success. But as per standards, right?
Mm.
As part of one of the rule in current landscape, no, it will show the error. Maybe what you can do, you can put if size of c equal to 0 and if that internal table is not initial, both are one and the same. Okay,
Okay.
so my data is now there in this table. Now I have to populate, assume that the scenario which I am explaining now, right, it is almost similar to your end routine or export routine. Take it like that. End routine or export routine, in that you are doing lookup on some table and you are populating to your final internal table. Okay. This scenario will be almost similar to your what I can say expert routine. Okay. I will tell you how. See, assume that IT underscore KNA1 is your source data. Okay. IT underscore KN1 is your source underscore package. Whereas IT underscore KNB1, right? This is the lookup data. We have to populate to one more internal table which is having all these fields. What I will do, I will declare one more internal table. one more structure I can say. First I will declare a structure. I can say final. See, I have one more internal table which is having all the fields along with KTOKD, BUK, RS. Type KNB1, BUK, RS. So my job is to populate my final process data, both current company code, general data and customers company code data and customers general data. My job is to populate these to final internal table, correct? So now I have data in these two different internal tables, right? Here and here. It is done. If size of is not equal to 0, maybe you can put like that. Not equal to, or else equal to 0 only. You can use sort statement. Sort it underscore kn b1 by kunnr. Okay, now we are looping on. First we have to loop on what? We have to loop on main table first, correct? And then if at all for a particular record you have only one record in your final data, in that case what you will do, you will use read statement, correct? For a record in your KNB1 table, if the one customer belongs to only one company code, in that case which statement you will write? Read statement, correct? If at all one customer belongs to multiple company code, in that case, if at all you wanted to capture all the company codes, you have to use loop statement inside that. So this is I am explaining the logic, how to decide about the logic. If one customer can belong to only one company code, assume that, okay, customer 100, 200, 300, okay, Venu, Murali and Bhavi. So assume that this is uh, general data KNA1. Assume that this is table which is KNB1 company code info, okay, 100, 200, 300. Your final data, how you want to look like? You wanted your final data to look something like this. Assume that this is company code information, right? Insert Punnar name one BUKRS. Okay, if at all you wanted your data to look something like this, fine. Assume that this 100 belongs to US01. So 100 also belongs to US02. 200 belongs to US30, and 300 belongs to IN01. 300 belongs to IN02, and 300 also belongs to IN03. Assume like that. Assume that you wanted at least out of these multiple company code also, if the customer belongs to multiple company code, as you wanted to populate at least one company code. In that case, Venu belongs to US01, right? US01, US01. Assume that you wanted to populate something like this. 200 belongs to US30, right? Anything US30 or US30, and you wanted to populate something like IN03. Your processed internal table, final internal table, if at all you wanted to look something like this, then you can go for read statement, right? Loop on this particular record and read for this customer number, is there any entry present in this particular table? If any, at least one entry present, you take that company code and populate to your final internal table. That's it. Or else there is another case also. This is case 1, this is case 2. Assume that to take out current customer number, and if it belongs to multiple company code, you have to take out both the company code. In that case, you will loop on first record, you will move the respective fields to the respective work area, and it belongs to US01. Fine. And you will again check, is there any other record present for the same customer number? Yes, it is present, US03, right? If at all you wanted your output data to look something like this, output process data to look something like this, see, 200 is having only one record, 300 we are having 3 record. Means first you have to visualize the data, how you wanted to see your data, what is the expected output. If at all you wanted output like this, then you can use read statement, because one statement is fine. Or else if you already know this statement can contain only one, this table can contain only one record for a particular customer number, you can always go for read statement. If at all it is like a document number and document item, you wanted to capture all the document item information, then you have to loop on the second internal table also. I just wanted to show this difference. Okay, you understood this, no, Murli?
Loop inside loop, right? This one, second scenario.
Second scenario is loop. We'll see both the scenarios. Okay, so first what I will do,
First scenario, loop inside read. Second
first
scenario, loop again.
this table always it has to be looped, because this is a main table. So if at all you wanted to see data something like this, you have to put read statement on this table. If at all you wanted to see output data to be like this, then you have to first table anyhow it will be loop, again on the second table also you should have loop. So we already have loop on kn1 table, right? Now what I am doing, read table it underscore knb1 into wa underscore, sorry, underscore knb1 with key. I will tell you what is table key when we go for sorted table and dashed table. With table key kunnar equal to, see, we are processing with respect to current kna1's kunnar, right? Current loopers. So check for if size abars equal to 0. Oh, sorry. If size abars equal to 0, customer name, company name, along with this, what we'll print? We'll print something like this. What is that? Company code COMP, COD, company code. What we'll print? We'll print as W underscore KNB1, right? KNB1 hyphen. What will be this? Bookers, BUKRS. So just activate these display errors. BUKRS, BUKRS. Okay. Yeah, I just given different. See, customer number 1 224, right? So why it is giving only this? Because see, out of first 10 records, KNB1 is having record only for means only 1 and 224 customer is associated with at least one company code. So else also, if at all you wanted to print, see what we are doing, if the read statement is success, if the entry found in my KNB1 table, then only we are telling system like print the company code information, right? Size sub C. If I comment out this size sub C, you can see if the company code is not present, it will print blank values. That's why we filtered out the data. See, but and also see in this case, it is one of the best example I can say you. See, customer number one. So it belongs to 3000, 3000, 3000, 3000. But if you see at the database level, 2 is not at all belong to 3000. 3 is having blank. Correct? I will go to /OSC 16. See the KNB1 table. 2. 2 is not at all having any record in this table because but then also it is showing 3000. This is wrong, right? This is where we have to handle our work areas and internal table. The best practice is to, at the end of loop, you always clear the work area. Clear W underscore KNA W underscore KNA1. And also before your restatement, always clear the work area which you are using in restatement. Whatever the work area you are using in restatement, right? You have to clear this. Now I will just activate and execute. See the previous value, since we have not cleared, right? It was retaining the previous value and it was showing the same value. That was wrong. So this is how. Maybe in some issue, stock cover or some report was there, right? There was an issue, calculation issue, wherever the key figures will be there, amount field will be there. If you won't properly handle, properly clear the previous data, right? So you may get some wrong output, right? That's why it is always important. These are the best practices. Before the end loop, you clear the main loop's work area. Before end loop, always before loop you clear a work area of the main loop, and before restatement it is always recommended to clear the work area which is used in this KNB1. Okay. So if I put this, I will get only one record, right? Instead of that, say suppose only if customer number won't, we won't get this thing, right? Company code, we, if at all we didn't find company code, just alter the report little bit. You know, it will be blank. If it is blank means we will print like NA, not applicable. So if we print this, so this is how you wanted to interpret your data or show your data. That's it. See, customer number 1 is there, 1 belongs to 3000. Whereas customer number 2, it is not at all belong to any company code. If at all you don't want to show, you just put the statement in size of C. That's it. Now, what we are doing in the else statement, we are printing this. The company code is not applicable. That's it. Okay.
Okay.
This is a slight change in the code. What we did, we just put in else statement. That's it. We just put if size of C equal to 0, we restricted many data. Correct. This is a we will use. See, in our case, we won't be having a write statement. What we will be having, we will be having something called, we have to append our data to the final internal table. What I will do, right? I will take out the same example. We'll make it as example 5 quickly. Sorry. 4. And I will explain the same scenario with our expert routine. So this is how you correlate these kind of simple example with your expert routine mode, so that, right, you can easily learn the stuff actually. What I will do, right, I will replace it underscore kna win with source underscore package. In your expert routine mode, source underscore package will be having source data, correct?
Yeah.
Replace all. So source underscore field, there will be a field symbol. In our case, we will use just a work area itself. Source underscore fields. Replace all. Correct. So see, you have source underscore package. This is the source data, and KNB1 is a lookup data. Correct? Because of data. This might be Assume that we are fetching data from some active data table of some lookup DSO. So, and our target IT underscore final is nothing but my result underscore package, which is my similar to almost my target structure. Correct? Package. Replace all. And WA final also you can replace with result underscore fields. FIELS fields, replace all. Now we have two different internal table. The source data is coming from source underscore package, whereas our job is to populate data to result underscore package. Correct? So source data. Till here, assume that your source data is already present. Means to your expert routine, your source package is having all the data. Now what we are doing, we are checking my source package is having some data or what. Yes, if it is having some data, I am going and fetching lookup data from this DSO. Once it is done, my job is to populate data to my what? The final internal table, right?
Yeah.
Final internal table is what? My final internal table is uh, what can I say? It is a result underscore package, right? First I have to read lookup data IT underscore knb1 into w underscore into wa underscore knb1 with key kunnar equal to wa underscore kna1 hyphen kunnr. If size of RC equal to 0, SUBRC equal to 0, then what we have to do, we have to populate data to my result underscore fields. Result underscore fields is what? My result work area, correct? Kunnar, you populate field by field. You are getting now, Murli?
Yeah, getting.
This is the practical actual scenario. If at all we have source package as our KNA1 table and result package as this containing along with KNA1 data with the KNB1 data, how exactly we will go. That approach I am just explaining you. So Kunnar, I am passing Kunnar. Similarly, hyphen what I will do, I will copy this Kunnar name one I am populating from source package. Similarly, one name one, sorry, name two, right? Name one, name two, ORT01, ORT01. Then what else? We have KTO, KD. I'm populating on KTO, KD. Okay. And then result underscore fields, booker side, BUKRS. I have to populate from what? I have to populate from KNB1 work area, right? W underscore KNB1 hyphen BUKRS. Once it is done, what we have to do? We have to append record to final table. So what is the append statement? Append W underscore, sorry, RESULT underscore FILDS to underscore package. Then what we have to do? We have to clear. Got my point now, Murli. Now what we have done? We have appended our record to result underscore package. If at all you wanted to see the content display errors, this should be source underscore fields, correct? See, now what we will do, right? What happens, this is looping and this is populating data to my final result underscore package, right? Just activate this program, you will see in debugging mode how exactly it will work. Debugging, source underscore package is having all source data which is having 10 records, F6. See, it is trying to check whether this particular kunnar is present in this it underscore knb1 lookup data or what. It is present, size of c equal to 0, so then it will go inside. So it will populate and you can see result underscore package is having one record now, correct? So name 2 is not there, land 1 is not there, so it is not coming. Land 1 we are not written the code, I guess. Here land 1 we have not written the code, that's why we are not populating. So that might be one small bug also. We have to write a code for that also, right? So if you see it underscore knb1 customer number 1 belongs to 2 company code. As of now, since we have written only read statement, it is populating only one data, one record, right? Whatever that record it is finding. Similarly, it is not finding for current kunnar 49. There is no company code related information, that's why we are not getting the output, correct? So if you see result underscore package is having only one record data, only for last record it will show. Just come out of this. So that's what just now we discussed, right? If at all we wanted to see the content of whatever the final internal table, maybe you just loop on this. It's just an output. Assume that you are right clicking and displaying data of your internal table. For that maybe you can use write statement, or else you understand this logic now only, how we are writing logic, how we are populating from source to the, and instead of read statement, right? If at all you wanted to go for loop statement, means to populate all the available data, then use loop at it underscore kn b1 into w underscore kn b1, where everything is same. You just copy paste, that's it. Whatever is present over here, right? That's it. You just remove this statement. You can remove this if size is equal to 0 also. You can copy paste remaining logic inside that. That's it. So what I will do, I will keep an hard-coded breakpoint so that we can see what exactly the data, final data, how exactly final data look like. So I will just execute. So see the content of your result underscore package. See, previous time only 2 records were there, right? Now if you see, customer number 1 belongs to 3000 company code and ZBD1 company code. That's why we are able to see these two. So whereas 224 belongs to this and this. Whereas as per the requirement, the client may say like instead of this, right? If the company code is not present, also you populate some US01 or some default company code as XXXX and show in the target, move to the target, correct? If they say like that, so our coding will be very simple. For them it might look very big. For us it should be very simple. Loop, when it will go, you have to think actually logically. It will go inside loop only when if there is any record present, correct?
Yeah.
If there is no record present, so what should be our approach? So in that case,
You can use.
we have to add a read statement, or else we can check for size of C. We'll do that, but that won't be the best approach actually. If size of C not equal to 0, then means for loop generally we won't check for size of C, because that's why pretty printer size of C not equal to 0. What I will do, right? I have to clear w underscore knb1 also, right? Here WA underscore KNB1. That is fine. If size suppers is not equal to 0, instead of bookers, what I have to populate? I have to populate say some XXXX value. They wanted that record also. If the company code, if the customer is not at all belongs to even a single company code, they want that record also means. Let's see whether our logic works or what. Yes. This is not belongs to that company code. That's why loop statement will give what size hours equal to 4. Correct? What we are doing over here, if size hours equal to 0, it will execute there. Size hours is not equal to 0, it will populate record over here. Correct? But if we go back and see to correct, logic is working expectedly. Correct, right? Our logic is working as expected. This is a small changes in the code, you can make big difference, right? So this functionality only we saw yesterday in this what our extractor. So similarly, we'll start creating one more extractor. And first, in the next class, we'll see how to create a function model, how to create a function group, and what are different modularization techniques. Okay, modularization techniques are nothing but how to create a include, and how to write a code inside a include, and how to create a form, subroutine pools, and other thing. Okay. To just
When this
yeah, go ahead.
tables, we have program starting some keywords tables.
Yeah,
Table.
type tables like that, right? While declaring the internal table, they are declaring as a type table of those things, right?
Not that one. Just starting itself,
At the
first line
start,
itself.
got it. At the first line itself, we will write something like tables, followed by, say, suppose I will write it as KNA1. Correct? If you check the
That is
syntax, there is no error. Correct? I will activate it. So what you are declaring, right? If at all your program is having something called selection screen, what this statement will do, that this statement is nothing but you are declaring an work array which is of type KNA1. That's it. This table will refer to your KNA1 table structure. Okay, but this KNA1, if at all you are using in your program, right, you can use this KNA1 as a work area. Here something like that, w underscore KNA1 something we have created, right? See, w underscore knb1 we have created over here, right? Instead of this, we can use just knb1 as a work area. I will show in next example. It will hardly take 2 minutes. Is that okay, Murli?
No, we'll see tomorrow.
Okay. I guess it is getting live for you. It just create a work area, Murli. That's it. It is just to create your selection screen component and all. That's it.
Okay.
You have at least 1 more minute. I will just quickly show you because you might be come across this yesterday, I guess, right?
No, I saw before only. When just I thought to ask you.
Okay, see, it is like a parameter. Parameter, what it will do, it will create a selection screen p underscore kunnar. Assume that p underscore kunnar selection screen. I can go for okay p underscore kunnr type kunnr. Just see whether it will work. So it will work then. Select option s underscore kunnar for kunnr. You can't declare a while declaring a select option, right? You can't use the data element. You have to use kna1 hyphen kunnar. Okay. Even kna1 also it does not know what is k1a1. To fix this kind of issue, right? You will just use tables kna1. So what it will do, it will declare a work area in this program which can be used to your declaration of selection screen element and all. Got it?
Okay.
Only this difference. Instead of this, what you can also do, data w underscore kna1 type kna1. Okay, we declared a work area which is of type kna1, right? Assume that I am commenting this. So declare this selection screen component. You have to give the structure which is existing in your program. See, I commented out this tables line, right? I am declaring this selection screen component, which is skunner, which is of type w underscore kunnar. If you execute this, you can see selection screen out, right? User can pass the data to this. Instead of declaring work area explicitly, what you will do, right? You just declare this as a KNA1. That's it. Tables. You can use that tables over here, and you can use that as a work area also, single work area also. That's it. That is the only difference you will see in many of the program which is having selection screen. Okay, Murli.
Can't
Then
we
I
use
guess
this as a table?
we can use as a work area. So I will just write a select statement, single
Only
select statement. Select single star from KNA1 into KNA1 up to 1 rows. Okay, just check the syntax. Up to not required because it is select single, right? Maybe you can specify where KUNNR equal to 1. See, it is acting as a work area also, correct? It is acting as a work area. Table statement, what it will do, it will declare an work area. That's it. It will declare a work area which is of type KNA1, and work area name is also KNA1. If at all you wanted to print the current work area as this thing, right? If C equal to 0, just print right name comma KNA1 hyphen name 1. Activate this program. What we will do, we'll keep a breakpoint over here. Execute. See, if at all you see over here, KNN is a work area. If you double click this, as of now blank is there. What I will do, I will press F5. Size is equal to 4 because it is not able to find customer number as 1. Instead of that, what we will do, equal to P underscore KUNNR, because right, customer number will be stored as 00001, 9 zeros and 1 in the database. That's why I will pass over here. System will automatically take. So as we saw earlier, it was 5, right? I press F5, automatically single record is pulled from my database table. So KNA1 table is having one record now. KNA1 work area, I can say. Now I am printing that work area content. Table will just do a work area creation. That's it. This will be used for your selection screen creation, these elements like this and all. That's it. If at all you are going to be a core ABAPer, you will use these kind of things, because right, in selection screen creation you will generally create a selection screen. In this case, if you see, we created a selection screen which is having Kunnar and another select option also, right? So maybe I will explain this also tomorrow. It's how to, instead of giving up to 10 rows, right, we will ask user to enter some value, and based on that we will pull the data. Okay. Okay, Molly, then I guess it is getting late for you. Chalo, we'll continue class tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay, Molly, then thanks for attending today's class. Have a great day. Bye bye.